Hello! We are all live. Welcome again. We've got Duckman, Crash, Gingerbeard. Ooh, you're in the chat. That's dangerous, Mike. That's dangerous.
I know.
But we're here for episode 7 of The Fall of Vaybaba, season 2. Oh, we've got a couple of people in. We've got a couple of new followers, including my wife.
Welcome.
Thank you, wifey.
To the ecosystem.
Thank you, wifey.
So, as usual, we're joined by Corbs up above me over there.
Ooh.
Captain Danface, top right. Ben, bottom right. And resident DM up there, Captain Gingerbeard. Hello.
Hello.
So, you should all know by now, but this is it. There's no fancy graphics or gameplay or videos as such. This is it, like a collaborative storytelling and killing everyone off because he's sadistic. But I'll pass you over to Captain Gingerbeard. He'll give us the little recap and we'll get on the way.
Hello and welcome to Vaybaba once again. If you're new to joining us, then thank you very much. If you're an old follower, then welcome back. I'm going to just shut my door to the conservatory because I can hear it raining, and it's famously very loud when it rains. So give me 2 seconds, please.
Anyone would think that we've not been sat here for 10 minutes sorting any issues, getting drinks, toilet breaks, all that kind of stuff.
Oh. Right, sorry about that. But it's better for everyone. Okay, so last session, where did we get to last session? We went for a meeting with King Razanog from Khan Lodir, Dwarven King. And the party started off the campaign, the episode, by facing off against a group of renegades who wanted to take them prisoner and claim the reward for presenting them to King Razanog. However, the party had other ideas. They were already been brought here by a much friendlier option, and Harriet Glory Weaver, and they fought off the renegades. After a meeting with King Razanog, where he unveiled a few things to the party, perhaps on the history, etc., of what's been going on, they were instructed they should go and investigate the sunken castle of Melnoris in the lake where they were, the King's Lake. And they did so. They were given 24 hours of water breathing. They dived down and they began to investigate. They found a castle which HK was familiar with from the Feywild. It in the Feywild appeared to be a normal sized castle, however they've discovered it's more giant size here. HK, well, the entire group in fact, made their way through the castle, and they encountered a water element. And that was pretty much where they got to. The castle is a square, as far as they know so far. They made their way around, so coming in the lower plane, they made their way around the left-hand sort of side of it to the top right corner, where they found the water elemental. And that's where we left it. They had combat in the last session. They discovered that the castle is subject to wild magic storms. There's a bubble of magic around it, which protects it from the surrounding water, but that magical field appears to be failing, hence the wild magic storms and the cold and the damp within the castle. The castle itself was largely well kept. It looked pretty good, in good condition. Furniture and furnishings were untouched largely. Just a bit of damp, a bit of cold. But yes, the group, top right corner of that square, effectively, on the ground floor. And I'll pass it over to the group and see where they want to go to. There is some grease on the floor from the wild magic. But I think now you know it's there, you can probably do your best to avoid it or avoid falling over. So, over to you guys.
Right, so we went down a couple of corridors, didn't we, last session, and that was kind of where we had to.
I think so.
We did.
Yeah.
So what
So as I
room are
said-
we in now? What can we see with where we currently are?
So, as I said, you're in a square space. You came in where my thumbs are, basically the bottom area of that square,
Yes.
and you sort of followed around that right hand or that left hand side, bringing to the top
yes.
right corner.
There was that
you-
golem thing, wasn't there?
Sorry, there was a golem. Yes, in the main entrance, the foyer, effectively, or the gatehouse of this castle, there was a golem, a stone golem. It wasn't active. It wasn't a bit like the one you found on the other island. In fact, it wasn't active. It wasn't doing anything. It seemed to have been long powered down. But yeah, you followed the walls around and sort of took the left-hand fork, if you will, and arrived at the top right-hand corner, and that is where you left it. After fighting a water elemental that came out of a watery trough in this room, for lack of a better term, and that's where you were. So you fought it, you beat it. You did discover the wild magic surges, which I think spawned a flump. Was it?
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I was trying to remember the name of the creature. Yeah, a flump, and and yeah, that was it. Pretty much. I mean, the combat was fairly simple. It didn't take you too much effort to beat this elemental.
Well, I see no reason to stay. I say we press on.
I think as well. So heading back towards the bottom part of the square, if you will. I don't know whether it would be south-facing, for example, but heading back on yourself, effectively going down towards the entranceway. There, you had the doorway there already open, and there was in this next room a staircase leading upwards, or continuing forwards on this level, another doorway, a wooden door, as per the arrangements of the building.
In my opinion, we should stick to the ground floor first before we start going anywhere else.
Yes, we don't want anything sneaking up behind us.
We should definitely be wary of water after that last thing erupted.
You have always been wary of water.
Hey, it keeps the undesirables away.
Well, you can either go upstairs of the next room, or you can proceed through the door on the opposite side. It's entirely up to you. If you'd like to proceed through the door on the opposite side, you enter a room that has bookshelves and a table in the centre.
Is anything on said table?
Oh,
It's a round table. There's 4 chairs.
Huzzah!
Hey,
I don't know. Knights of the Round Table. Hiya! Carry on.
okay, right. So there's a round table, 4 chairs, bookcases. The bookcases are, as you'd expect, adorned with books. There are a few game pieces. And on the table, it's what looks to be a depiction of the heavens that you can see from the doorway. But there is more should you enter the room.
I'm definitely going straight in.
Yeah.
I'm definitely going straight in.
Yeah, I see no
So-
reason to tarry. I'll follow suit.
Yeah. I'm overwhelmed with what's in there.
Okay, so as you enter the room, the door closes behind you and locks. You can tell it locks from the it's a very funky door locking mechanism.
Very melodic door.
But it locks behind you. And yes, as I say, there's a depiction of the heavens on this table. and in the centre is one large rise at the table, with branches spiralling outward towards several circular slots.
I thought you was referring to me then.
Spiral outwards.
Pyro, damn you!
There are 5 arms. One is of a sun. One is of a tree above waves. One is an anvil. One is of horns surrounded by fire. And one is of a village. And as you look around the room, you can see there are shelves, the bookshelves with books, but also dozens of figures.
Figures. Hooded
Ooh.
figures.
Oh, go on.
I don't know. It sounds like you're describing a gaming table of some kind.
That's precisely what I'm describing.
Who wants to play
So what are-
D&D Deception?
So what are the
Who wants
figures?
to play religious education?
Oh no! I'll be Joseph of Arimathea. Whoa. Okay, so
How many?
can we work out what this game is just by what you've described? Would we know how to play, or is there some kind of?
No, it's a very unique. I don't think you've ever seen anything like it before. It's a very unique game to this environment, and I don't think there's any malicious intent in you being locked in this room. But if you're going to get out, then of course you need to solve the puzzle.
So how many figures are there? Did you?
So it's a picture of the heavens. In the centre is a large rise, and there are 5 arms spiraling outwards from the centre. A bit like the Milky Way sort of idea, I suppose.
Oh yeah, got you.
The first one is of a sun. The second one is of a tree above waves. The third one, is an anvil. The fourth one is horns surrounded by fire, and the fifth one is a village. Now, unless you are particularly proficient in D&D lore, you aren't going to get a single one of these. So you might need to make a few rolls.
Oh yeah, dice.
Yeah.
Oh, we have those
Oh.
things.
Can I
That
make
was
This
me.
is D&D.
So I was presuming it was something we had to work out with our own brains. Sorry.
I do like puzzles that you have to work out with your own brains, but this one was specifically an in-game set type
Okay.
puzzle that you will need to roll for.
And that was me thinking the tree might have been Yggdrasil or whatever it's called.
Yggdrasil. Unfortunately, no, it's not.
Too many damn story trees. That's just story trees.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah,
I mean, there is a
yeah.
hint. There is a hint in this. Is that you are in? No, you know what? I'm not going to tell you. No.
land?
If you haven't already figured it out, then that's fine.
Someone wiser than me, so any of you, figure this out
Okay.
instantly
All
now.
right.
I will. Yeah, I will do a row if needs be. I'm just trying to think of anything it would.
The most relevant roll you could make would be a religion check.
Oh, that's
Oh.
not going to be good for me.
I was going to go for insight or history, maybe.
History could probably also work.
Got a 15.
Oh, if it's history, and I'm definitely going for that. So
Oh.
I would say religion would be better.
religion, I've got 18.
Mugna, books are your
20
area of expertise.
history. Yeah, 20 history. I would go up to 22.
What was
Ooh,
the?
nice.
Sorry, what was the first one? So history 22, and what was the first one?
Religion was 18.
So either roll is fine. Are you interested in the arm of the sun, the tree above waves, the anvil, the horn surrounded by fire, or the village?
I'm gonna go. This. Oh, I was gonna go with sun.
Okay. You know that the symbol presented to you on that arm is the symbol of Pelor. And there is a slot at the end of that arm which looks like one of the figurines would slot into it. And with your roll, I will tell you, you can also find on the shelves, after you spend a little bit of time, which of the figures is of Pelor, and you
Oh.
pop it into the slot.
Hello.
In that case,
Hello.
I presume there are five figures around with slots in them.
There are a further 5, yes.
Yeah, no, a further 5.
I'll
Oh,
go
sorry, a further 5. Sorry. Oh,
Can I
Yes,
go?
a further 5. Yeah, there was 6 in total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, yeah, there's 4 more. I tell a lie, 4 more, and then one in the centre.
and there's yeah.
Religion.
So, yeah, I was about to say. Oh, I know the sun one's related to this statue here. I presume the rest of them will be relevant to the other ones in the building. And I'm sure the library can help us if we're not.
So
Not
it would be
sure.
now up to you. Now you figured that out to pretty much roll religion or history to figure out the others.
I'll attempt a history with relation to the anvil one.
Okay.
All I know is weapons and fighting, so we're on.
I mean, you've not actually specified if Logan has a particular deity.
Oh no,
follow.
it's no religion whatsoever. If there's one for staying the fuck alive in a fighting area, blood or something. So we would get a 17 for history.
And you're looking at the one of the anvil.
Yes.
You recognise that symbol to be the symbol of Moradin.
Ah, Moradin.
Oh, good old Wargaming. Yeah.
And looking about the shelves, you can find the figurine of Moradin. If you want to pop it into the
What would
slot.
happen if I popped it in the wrong slot, I wonder?
No, nothing. Nothing happens.
Oh, that was me just about to say I'm going to the other end of the building.
He teases,
nothing
he goes
happens.
to put it in the wrong slot, and he's like, hey, and then pops it in the right one.
You're starting to get the feeling that this is literally just a games room. There is nothing malicious about it. It's just a games room, and you're playing a game.
Any of you guys recognise any of these other little fellas?
You have 3 more plus the central one.
I'm happy to keep rolling, but if anybody else wants to
Oh,
have a
I
little
rolled a
go.
nat 20.
Ooh.
I have terrible religion, but it's a nat 20 still.
Okay. Which particular arm would you like to look at? So we've had the sun, we've had the anvil, there is the tree above waves, there is the horn surrounded by fire, or the village.
Village.
The village you would recognise then, with a nat 20, as Arafis.
Ah, yes.
Oh, I remember now.
So you got to find the relevant statue for Arafis.
Well, I don't know where this
I mean-
accent came from. We've all had a try now. I suppose you should give it a go, Walter.
50-50.
Very well. I don't know. I could maybe have a little look at the religion side of things. Oh, but yeah, I rolled a 7, so I really don't know what I'm looking at.
You don't know what you're looking at. I mean, this really is an exercise in killing time. It's not like you're not doing this for some cryptic clues. It's just
Yeah.
Yeah, looks like a table.
It's
Yeah.
definitely terrible. These figurines, do they have? I presume with them being different things like village and Malnoris and such, they had different shapes.
this village.
Well, no. The figurines that we're putting into the slots, I presume they're different shapes.
Well, yeah. I mean, one's a
Can I just
pedal,
use
one's a-
logic to see which shape fits in which slot?
No, they're all. Although the bases are the same size, so the figurines are
God damn you!
different, but the bases are the same. It's like Warhammer. It's like the bases are pretty much the same.
We don't
Yeah.
talk about that here. I'll do another history. And get nowhere with a 4.
Let's have another go myself.
I mean, you can, without rolling, I mean, if you can think of, what have you got left? A tree above waves or horns surrounded by fire, then you might be able to figure this out without me.
Is there a particularly devilish-looking figurine? You know.
Just roll a d2.
You could do perception and check out the figurines that way, if you'd rather.
Then I will do that. I think I don't know. Why not?
Okay, you've left the door open. Cold is not.
I thought we locked the
No,
door.
the door locked behind us, silly man.
Yes, I rolled a 2 on perception, so I think I found some figurines. Yeah.
Yeah, you find some figurines. You don't know what they are.
Yeah, yeah. That's very nice.
Yeah.
This one
I bet-
looks like it's probably, 40k. The other one's like, I don't know, what do they call it now?
Yeah.
Not fantasy anymore, is it? It's something else.
Anyway, I rolled a 6 and then a 18, so I'll get one of them, not the other.
Um,
So I'm gonna go. I don't know. 3-1 for one of them. The one I got right
the tree above waves.
was
Melora.
Laura.
Melora. And you can go off and find the figurine for that if you like.
Malore.
Cool. Oh, yeah.
Anyone want to make the final check before the central one?
I will. With my
As I failed
tiny
it, it's probably not good for me.
10.
Horns surrounded by fire for HK. That's a good enough check for HK. I think horns surrounded by fire probably brings back a few haunting memories. You know this to be the sign of Asmodeus.
Look me, Asmodeus.
And you could probably easily find his figurine. War memories and war horrors.
Smash it up.
Just
But you
yeets it at the wall.
You still have the central figurine to collect. None of
Is
you
there?
so far know what you're looking for.
Is there?
There are no clues to this one.
So there's no. How many little figurines or statues are left? And is there any?
There's figurines throughout the room. There's only one slot left, the central one.
So there's multiple to choose from left.
Try and just
Okay.
like make a line and be like, nope, nope, nope.
You might have to start thinking back.
I'll insert my
already know.
VGA cable.
VGA of all things.
It's
Okay.
an old Warforged, come on. It's not going to be HDMI now, is it?
Yeah, Mike, I can't read my writing. What was in the middle again?
In the middle is just a slot and these spiraling arms,
Oh, what was the
Like
big
a-
picture of?
like a
Yeah,
galaxy. It's like a galaxy.
yeah.
Yes, this is going beyond me.
Is there one of Menoris, by any chance?
We've done them on Norris.
Yeah, that would make sense.
I don't know. That sounds like.
Oh no, we did Moradin.
Because he's like the god of gods, right?
What, a figurine of Belnoris or a symbol for Belnoris? What are you getting at?
That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I
thinking.
thought-
There's the same kind of thing, so like a statue with a slot in it.
Well, give me a perception check and you can see what you see in the room.
Oh, for crying out loud! Okay, 3 plus whatever my things for that is 2, 5.
You are thinking really hard. You really don't know. You can't figure out or remember what Melnoris is even depicted to look like.
Yeah.
Does the handle of the god hammer fit in the slot?
No.
That would have been
Go.
The handle of the god hammer bear any designs that might be repeated on any of the figurines?
Good
No.
shout.
God
Sorry.
damn them for not decorating the hammer.
Does anybody else have any idea what Menoris is like? Ooh.
We
Are there
don't
any
even know.
just like
we don't know if
generally.
it's anything to do with Malnoris. It's just whatever's central to the world. Or
Yeah.
Maybe there's an Yggdrasil one?
I'm going to go and start having a look at the books. Looking for anything that might help.
Yeah. If in doubt, research.
perception of 13 do anything for me? Just see if I can see it. Notice anything? Oh, 14, sorry. +1.
14. Perception 14. Well, I mean, you might recognise with Perception 14 that this is a example of some of the gods. And you would know that there is one particular god at the centre of it all, which, as you've already identified, would be Malnoris. You just have to find the figurine that fits the description.
I'm going to start
Oh wait,
just placing figurines.
we have his armor, right? Is there
We do have
is
his
there
armor.
one wearing that armor?
Oh.
I like it.
Good idea. That's...
What says you, Mr. DM?
Well, do you want to have a look around? How are you going to do this? I think-
Sure. Do you want
You
to
tell
roll
me.
for it? Oh, I can
Yeah, I
roll
mean,
die.
just have an investigation roll to see, because I mean, that's what we're doing, we're investigating.
I will assist you.
Ah.
It's speeding things up, because I mean, dumb luck, eventually you find it.
I rolled a 4.
This would
Did
be
you
a
say
great
you
time
rolled
to know a bard with some bardic inspiration, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
I rolled a 4.
I've
and a
got
5.
bardic inspiration, yeah.
He's going to start getting his loot out and playing as a little tune to find the god!
Okay, here it comes.
Yes. So, what's the
So
result?
start singing the Lord's Prayer. He'll start singing the Lord's Prayer, and eventually it'll come to give one of you bardic inspiration.
I'm
Yeah.
just going to be placing character after character in the middle. See if anything happens.
We'll be at the vicar, and Muglev starts breaking into the Lord is my shepherd.
HK, why don't you look again, and this time I will help you.
Okay.
Cool.
Look again with a different dice.
Someone use bardic inspiration.
I
for
am.
Christ's
I'm
sake.
so I am.
What do I add to it? Is it a D6?
Depends on
Yeah,
the level.
1d6.
14.
Yeah, I only rolled one for me doing it.
That's a mod 20 then.
Cool. You find the figurine of Melnora.
Yeah!
You proceed to
Jumping
break
out,
all of the
freeze frame.
figures. Oh, jump up with your legs behind you.
You place it in the center of the table. The game has been solved, and the door unlocks and opens automatically for you. You can leave this room, and you're back to the other room where the staircase going up.
I think we should go back in the room.
Just go
That
flip
room
flip
was a
the
total
table.
Waste of time. It was there to waste your time.
Oh, I enjoyed.
But also to test your knowledge of the a couple of the gods at play in this campaign
You know the
that I had already introduced to you earlier.
you know the other
I did
characters that
recognise
are
two
around on
names.
the shelves.
Sorry.
You know the other characters that are like around on the shelves.
Yeah.
I want to take one.
Yeah, go for it. It doesn't matter. You want to. There's
Yes.
just chess pieces on the
Yeah.
shelf.
Ares, the god of war.
Yes.
Ares, I thought it was Mars.
Depends which religion you're going by.
Ares is the Greek.
Yeah. Mars is Roman.
I could be wrong, probably wrong.
Mars is definitely Roman, a Roman god.
Yeah, Mars was, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Ares was the Greek god of message. I'm probably wrong.
Anyway.
Hermes, yeah.
Let's go up these stairs.
Hermes, right.
Not to be confused with herpes.
That's what you get. You spend too long in the brothels. Let's go.
Anyway,
Let's go up these stairs.
you want to go up the stairs? Okay, that's fine.
Onward!
You arrive on the first level, and it's much the same as that we left behind. It's a bit more open plan here, so there's no doorway in front of you. It's open into another chamber, which, as you investigate,
You're cutting out, Mike.
Yeah,
Say
broke
that
up
again.
on me.
Yeah.
oh, sorry. So this is much the same as the floor before. This chamber opens another chamber, slightly more open plan.
We're going to go
Okay,
to
losing.
a break for 2 seconds while we fix whatever this audio issue is, my dudes. Bear with us.
Oh.
And we're back. The gremlins have been stamped on, and we should be good to go. So back up to describing this floor, and we'll crack on. You son of a bitch. I hate you sometimes.
I hope he's just put moot on.
Seriously.
I don't know whether he's taking the piss or whether
He
he can.
is, isn't he? Look at him. He's too animated.
You absolute
Yeah.
pretty much.
bastard. Ipsky bobbity boop to go up the stairs and down the stairs.
So basically, you're gonna
Dan!
come down, and there's like this huge,
Oh,
and it
God.
breathes fire upon you, and then that's it.
Game over.
And we're dead.
Wah, 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 wah.
This doesn't really work for the podcast, does it? Because no one can see what I'm doing. It's great for YouTube. Anyone watching right now. Okay, so you're going to go up these stairs, and you arrive on the first floor, which is slightly more open plan to the ground floor, but the idea is still the same. There is the staircase continues to go up, but sort of a bit like what you might see in a department store, where it sort of goes around and then up. So you have a landing and you can sort of exit onto this floor. But there's no door in front of you, and then that room opens up, and then there's another room which opens up. What you will all notice on this floor, coming from the stairs down onto this floor, although it's all very pristine again, but obviously it's damp and it's cold and there is mould and such. This time there are trackways, like footprints, but not humanoid footprints, almost like crabs. Very skinny pinprick type prints, like a dog going over a white carpet. Like this muddy. It's
Yeah.
like muddy paw prints on a white carpet, but skinnier. You know, like
Like a crab.
Perhaps if a crab had muddy paw prints on a white carpet, not like a crab Labrador or something like that.
Crabapoo.
Crabrador.
Crabapoo, yeah.
Oh dear Lord.
But you can sort of see them going off in all different directions, and it's up to you. I mean, you can sort of proceed and just, it's like I say, it's more open plan here. There's no doorways on this level in the same way that there were on the other floor, but there are these footprints. So again, it's entirely up to you which way you kind of go. Really. Do you follow the footprints, or do you sort of go ahead and off to the left and see where that takes you?
Well, definitely inspect the footprints, see where it goes, or where they're heading.
Being a ranger and you want to inspect, I would say give me some sort of nature check. Why do I say some sort of? Give me a nature
Give
check.
me a random check and we'll call it nature.
Yeah, exactly. I need to sort that out.
23 modified.
You check these prints out for a while, and you decide that they are belonging to a race called Chull. CHWL, the Chull.
W. Ow.
I cannot remember what page and what's the manual they're in. Let me have a look. Put it on here. I need to know where it is, but I can't remember where it is. That's fine. Yes, the Chull. They belong to the Chull.
The true.
Well, but yeah, they belong to creatures called the Piolis. I
Oh.
believe they're like not quite giant crabs, giant. Oh, I was thinking of like longish bodies, big, massive clips, with her
I will
hands.
tell you. Well, I will tell you what they look like in just a moment.
Yeah. So I'm trying to look at big pictures on Google of them. Presuming
Yeah,
that's what you're going off by.
I do have it written down, but I can't remember where I wrote them down to find the right page in the monster manual about spending 10 years trying to.
Yeah.
It is CHWL, however.
Yeah.
And yes, they are crab-like, lobstery type.
That's it. More
beings.
lobster is what I was trying to think of.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, and they have 4 legs with 2 toes on the end of each leg, but they are very lobstery in the fact they have the big claws, an armored body, and then unlike a lobster, they have like these very Cthulhu type tentacles in their mouth.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones-ish, yes, not quite, but yes.
Fascinating looking animals, but I wouldn't want to get in the way of one.
But you can tell that the castle itself has been upkept very well, but you can see that these things have come in probably more recently and upturned the place. You could follow their tracks. They're very easy to follow because they go everywhere and you kind of follow them. Or, as I say, you can sort of go forward and then off to the left and see where it takes you.
Can I see where they exited to?
They just go everywhere. I mean, they're around the stairs. They are. There's a doorway off to the left in this stairwell. They go off that way. The door itself is broken open, and inside of that room, as you look through, it's like a dining hall. Ahead of you, I say it's kind of fairly open plan and goes forward and to the left, and they're just kind of like they're all over that way. They're all over into the dining hall. They are just everywhere. But where this floor, opposed to the previous floor, is much more upturned. You can see that these things come through and destroyed the upkeep, if you will.
I presume these creatures aren't intelligent.
Chull?
Oh, would I know that?
Let me have a little look again at the stats for these guys. I don't think they are particularly.
They're on my kind of level.
No, I don't think they are. I think they are creatures. They're not particularly intelligent.
Okay.
Yeah, it's hard to see where they are, or at least they've been now. There's been so much movement around here. They've destroyed the door over there by the looks of things and everything else around here. I think we just need to keep our eyes out and ears.
Stay frosty.
Anyway, I'm not fussed where we go next, so...
I will stick my head around the door frame of, the one where they've broken down the door.
Yes, it's to your left on the stairwell.
Yes, I'll have a look-see through there.
And looking in there, you can see that the room itself is upturned again. The chairs, it's a dining room. Chairs and the table all been flung over. The candelabras, the silverware that were on the tables is everywhere. Carpets, not carpets, but rugs are upturned. It just looks a mess.
Yeah. Well,
it's completely out of place with the previous floor, where things were very well looked after.
Well, if we get this castle thing, we're not going to invite them to dinner because they make such a bit of a mess. It's disgraceful. curiosity. Why is the top floor a bit more messy than the ground floor? Do the cleaners only work downstairs, or
They're afraid of stairs.
maybe?
Is this the top floor, or is there another set going up?
There's one.
Yeah, the stairs go around.
Oh, I
department
see.
Store type thing, and then go up again.
Personally, I see no reason rooting around a lot of rubble when we could just at least have a peep at the next floor up.
Yeah, sounds reasonable.
Then onward!
Would you like to go up then? Is that what we're saying?
Hell yeah. Wait,
Don't you okey
where's
cokey
Dan?
me?
So Dan will be that way.
Hold on, I have several pieces of paper. I can find one, which is the next level up. Which is that one? Where's that one? It's that one. It is that one. That's cool. So you go up, and on this level, things are very much the same, very ransacked. However, this time the room sort of goes forward, left, and then back on itself again, like an L shape or a J, I suppose. It would be an L shape. Forward, left, and back on itself. There are doors to your left and to your right as you sort of come back on yourself, but it's a much tighter corridor, so it's only 5 feet across. It is.
Is there any footprints on this floor?
Oh yeah, I mean you got the same thing. It's just you can see whatever these chill have been everywhere.
Let's see. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a little minute out to set an alarm spell at the top of the stairs, just in case anything comes up from down there.
What does the alarm sound like?
What is that you're doing there, Walther?
And what was your role for deciphering what these footprints were? What was it you said when you identified they were chill?
I think it was like 23 or 24.
I think the other thing you would note about chill is that they are attracted to magic.
Oh.
So the wild magic storms that this place seems to be experiencing would be potentially drawing them in.
Walter, sorry.
No, go on.
I was going to say, before you do this, maybe we just be careful. These ones do like magic. These animals.
Very well. Then I will not set an alarm behind us.
Unless we're keeping miles away from them and want them to stay there.
Is when you said about setting some sort of magical thing, I was thinking, hang on a minute, 2 seconds. What was your role because of what you know about this creature? Yeah, it made sense to me to sort of think, hang on, what else can I tell you about them?
It's a ritual spell, so it would have taken a little while to do, so it's okay to have a pause.
Well, it might be an advantage later if you want to try to get them in a certain area and then run away. But anyway.
We don't run away, we tactically retreat here.
Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot the official army term.
Tactical chunder.
So, do you want to remain on this level, or are you going to go back down? I mean,
well, we'll try the doors. Let's start with the right one. Or I will, anyway.
So you've gone that doesn't make any sense to anyone listening. You've gone forward, left, and then left. So you're facing back towards, effectively, the entranceway to the castle. You're going to go to your right, which is... so I'm looking
if we go off compass points just for ease, it'll be the east door.
No, it wouldn't. It would be the west door.
What?
You've gone back on
you
yourself.
said you did a square, and the doors was at the bottom, so that was the south.
And
If
you
we've
went
gone
up
back,
to the north.
yeah.
We're up to the north. And you go, oh yeah, it would be the east. You'd be facing east. Yeah, okay, so you would be facing towards the main door. That's fine. It's very complicated, isn't it, when you're doing theatre of the mind and you don't have a map in front of you that's interactive, I suppose. I mean, if we were all sat around a table, we could argue about that. But I'm looking at a piece of paper and remembering what I said. You went in this way and then that way. I'm not actually tracking via pieces where you are on the map. But anyway, okay. So the right hand
That's
door.
fine, whatever.
Yeah, that's fine. Again, it's a room that is just full of stuff. It's just barrels and boxes. The main thing about this so far has been very disappointing for you because you know this is the Castle Melnorus, but it's just so mundane. There's like nothing so far. that you
Oh, the
Should we
library.
be looking
was-
for
I
something
like
a little
my character
more?
like the library.
Maybe we should be looking for something a little more hidden or off the main rooms. I don't imagine he just had nothing.
The thing is, though, it is very well upkept, apart from where these creatures have obviously been ransacking.
Who's doing the
Yes.
upkeep?
For podcast listeners, I'm shrugging my shoulders.
Yeah. So, well, what are in these? Just out of curiosity, what's in these barrels and crates? I'm just having a quick nose or looking at any writing or smelling.
One thing that hasn't been disguised by time or any level upkeep is that looking in the barrels, long gone remains of food and possibly drink.
Constitution.
Dinner, anybody? Dinner,
I
anyone?
mean, we're talking like centuries long gone, so it's like
Oh, my
Probably.
favourite.
I don't even know that you would have much remains to even speak of.
Yeah.
But you might have the odd smell entrapped within the wood of the barrel.
Mm,
Licorice.
yeah. Oh, if you want an old snack, there you are. I believe there was another door. Shall we check that one?
Yes. Let's do it.
Kick it down.
I open it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go ahead.
Going into this one, it's a bedroom, a
Oh,
bedchamber. A
Is
very
anybody in
regal
there?
bedchamber. A large double bed with like the posts, curtains around it, and personal effects. But similar to the what you already noticed about this castle, the personal effects of someone of giant stature, not of the regular humanoid size.
As in a giant rather than a human, or just a large human.
No, probably more like giant than large human.
The huge doorways make sense now. Maybe it wasn't just all ornate.
Mm.
Is there any kind of
That is.
bedside table or chest at the foot of the bed, anything like that?
Yeah, there's all that sort of stuff. It's a bedroom.
I'm gonna have a root. Can I have an
Oh.
investigation?
I'll be doing a similar.
are there any
Not high.
clothes around?
So a 17 for me. So a little sneak.
17 and as well HK having a little look around, you can quite clearly see, as with most things in this building, any cloth or material type stuff is just damp and mouldy, if not rotten. Things just haven't survived this environment. It's cold, it's damp. So no, I mean there are vestiges of clothes and stuff, but nothing you're gonna want to put on.
No, it was more to see whether the
Yeah.
being was male or female or something in between.
From what remains, I and it is centuries, and it is damp.
Can we assume that this hasn't been touched for a long time?
It hasn't been touched for a long time, but you might just guess it was male. You might just.
Are there any personal effects that are not obviously like cloth, clothing, that kind of thing in the tables and cupboards and things?
Jewelry, weapons.
Yeah, something that might give
necklaces.
us anything more
Yeah.
than.
There's no weapons.
Oh.
Jewelry wise, yeah, I mean there's a necklace or a ring here or there. There aren't any weapons, it's a bedroom.
I would like to take his ring and wear it as an armlet.
Yeah. Or like a shield or anything, just like with names on it or
No, none of that.
crests or anything like that. Nothing else.
But as Steve sort of hinted at, that a ring itself is larger than what a man might put on.
Yeah, so no crests or anything. That's fine.
There's nothing like that. No, there isn't. No,
Yeah.
it's just there's no like family
That's
Seal.
seal or
Yeah,
nothing like that. No.
This is the most uneventful castle I've ever been in, lads.
It is pretty. Apart from the deterioration so far, it has been pretty mundane.
I think there's
Or could this be? Could Manoas be a giant?
How grand is this room? As in, like, not size, but would it be obvious that it's the main persons within the castle, or is it just a whoever?
No, you could tell from the mouldy.
You can read the
tapestries.
mould.
The mouldy tapestries, the chandelier, everything else. No, this room is was fairly grand, and would have entertained, someone of great importance. You can definitely tell that much.
I'm running out of ideas here, fellas. Anyone got any thoughts?
Yeah. Oh, that doesn't seem like. Yeah. Well, other than this, could be Manoas' bedroom, possibly.
With it being so long ago, I don't think we're going to find any notes or clues of that type to tell us where he might be or may have gone, or
Mm.
we need something more substantial.
Well, we didn't have a thorough look down in the middle floor, did we?
No, amongst the rubble might be the way forward. I just was trying to
Yeah.
avoid that scrap, if there's going to be one, unnecessarily. But it looks like we may have to just have a little perusal.
Yeah.
Perhaps we could set some sort of trap for the creatures.
And we didn't go
Ooh.
through all the books from that library either. And yes, as you said, trap for them.
Well, if you go back downstairs, I mean, you can go the other way that you haven't already been on that floor
Yeah.
below. So the first floor.
The floor that wasn't broken down.
Yeah.
Well, it was broken a bit, but it wasn't.
Oh, let's
Let me
break
find
it
the-
down.
Break the walls down. Where's the picture? There we are. So you go back down, and as I say, you've got the dining room, which was upturned or ransacked, but you've got the forward and left rooms. But as you sort of go forward and then to the left, and this room opens up, there is a doorway ahead of you, and it's metal. It's solid metal. Looks
Intriguing.
That was my impression of a metal doorway.
a metal doorway. And
Fascinating.
it's right ahead of you. It's like bronzy. There's no obvious handles or locks.
Oh.
Who did that?
Carry on. Just carry on.
What the?
Yeah,
Well,
Is that yours?
get it.
fascinating.
Get it push open.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think best thing is just to give it a shove to start with.
No, not sure, but go ahead.
So, are you approaching the door to give it a shove?
Or definitely approach it. But...
I have no qualms about going to it and just like giving it
Okay.
a bit of a.
So Logan walks up to it, and as you walk up to it, you hear clunk, 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 and you put your hands on it, and it doesn't budge.
These doors, man.
He's throwing down some tasty riff this door.
You walk
HK.
up to the door and it starts going.
We've tried pushing it. We've tried rapping at it. No. HK,
tried
is there
pulling
something? Yeah. Good point. Was anything your strength?
I can have a go. Can I try pulling it hard? That's what she
You
said.
can't really pull it because there's nothing to pull.
Oh, okay.
But as you walk up to it, so Logan walks away and it goes, "Tink, dunk, 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 dunk." And as you walk up to it, it goes, dunk, 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 dunk.
Oh. Oh.
Oh.
Oh, I have an idea. Go on, do what you're gonna do.
I just back away from the door, and it goes.
Dunk, 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 dunk.
I'm gonna sneak up on the door.
Yeah.
I wish to be very, very sneaky.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I sneak up on this door?
Are you still standing in front of it?
Well, I was further away, but I was going to try and sneak to it.
But you need to stand in front of it to push it, right?
Maybe more of a listen. See if I can hear anything
but
through it.
you are still going to sneak up and stand in front of it, right?
I'm going to lean towards it, but not stand right in front of it.
As you lean over it,
Mm.
you hear nothing.
Oh.
Can I, like, dust the floor area away? See if there's any
Yes.
sort of, like, pressure-y plates or some kind of... something like this.
You notice one of the floor tiles is amiss.
Can I push it without accessing that tile? Can I, like,
And
go around or
door.
push around?
The door swings open. Do you know what? You solved that much quicker than I knew you would. Yes, there was a pressure plate which activated and deactivated the lock. The door was never locked.
Ooh.
How does the door sound when it swings open?
Do you know what? It's very well greased and it
Oh.
just swings open easily.
Just- Like a breath of
I
fresh
suppose
air.
it's a bit like the,
A sigh of relief comes through. Ah.
I was about to say it's the happy disdain that drives that robot crazy from Hitchhiker's Guide. Ah.
The little Alan Rickman bot. Bloody hell. Oh, right. What do we see through these heavy metal doors?
So, the room that you enter into is a large, very large room, in fact. But it's like a workshop. And there are benches with all sorts of gear and bits and pieces everywhere. But the main thing that you notice is that it is strewn in warforged parts. There are
HK.
heads, arms, bodies, torsos, legs.
This looks a bit
Plates.
like you. Fancy an upgrade, fella?
It's covered in bits of armor, everything, all over the place. But not just the same model as HK. There are newer versions and other bits here and there.
I see
But
oil
what you do
tears
find
dripping through
In
HK's
the
eyes.
corner, slumped in the corner, is a complete
Oh,
warforged.
oh. Is it a female or a male warforged?
Unlike, well, you can't really tell.
Dun,
But
dun, dun,
unlike,
dun. I don't have that soundbite. I'm gonna get it.
I just got
unlike,
a soundboard go in. Sorry.
unlike HK, is slightly more refined, slightly sleeker, but it is complete.
You can't be more refined than HK. Come on. We all know that.
That's my
No,
Bible.
but he's like Mark 1 Iron Man. He's very bulky and square and pistons and stuff. So it's
HK, is this where you're from?
Possibly. I mean, if this was the residence of Malnoris, it was he who commissioned me, I suppose, so maybe this is where I was born. Born?
I mean, do you remember anything of this place? Does it bring back anything?
I do not. I think.
Out of curiosity, see that one over there?
Yes.
Do you have an on switch? If so, would that have an on switch?
We don't have an external on switch. It would be a glaring weak spot. But I'll make my way over to it, I guess, and see if it activates in any way.
All the warforged.
Well, that's the obvious question. I've
Just
got to-
run through a battlefield, it's like boop, 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 switching off all these.
It doesn't, but I think that HK would have compassion enough that he might sort of reach out, touch it.
Can you do like a power
I'm
power
just already saying
transfery
no, I know what
thing?
you're going to come up with. You're going to come up with something horribly inappropriate.
No, I was thinking, can he somehow give it a little kind of a jump start power sort of idea?
Yeah, like a finger zap.
Oh,
Well,
Warforged females love the
An
finger zaps.
R2D2.
well, we don't know, but you kind of reach out and you perhaps place your hand on its shoulder and sort of look at it, and eventually the eyes flicker, much as yours do after a reboot, I suppose. Bum, 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 bang, and it kind of obviously vacantly, it's a metallic face, but it's very vacantly sort of looks at you and HK and is, hello. Hello. Hello.
It's a Rapbot 3000.
Greetings.
And salutations.
My designation is Butler. Who are you?
But
I'll look at HK.
yeah, I'll just stare at HK as well. Turns like, this is one for
My
you, buddy.
designation is Combat Unit 1937261493338217. Nice to meet you, Butler.
It is a pleasure to meet you. And
I thought you were going to do it then.
I didn't have it wrote. I didn't have it wrote in hand, so I couldn't. I would love to have done, but I didn't. No, I'm sorry. Maybe I'll edit it for the podcast. Insert name.
Here.
It is a pleasure to meet you. How may I serve you? My designation is to serve. I am a service bot.
Who do you serve? Is your master
I
a rat?
serve the master. At which point he starts to climb to his feet and stands. He's nowhere near as tall as you. He's probably about 5.5 feet, and he's doesn't look anything like you. He's much more slender, but he's sleeker. So we're talking like Mark 1 to Mark 2 Iron Man style. He's much more refined, but a lot smaller. A lot smaller. You can tell he's not built for combat. I serve the master. How may I serve you? Perhaps you would like to meet the master.
That would be
Possibly.
a great
Sorry.
pleasure.
How tall is HK?
7 feet.
Damn.
And he's only about 5.5, so he's pretty tall.
And I'm 6'1". So
Right. Yeah. I'd say we follow this butler.
He scans around the room and sort of takes in the others as well. You have brought companions. That is acceptable. Unfortunately, I am not functioning as well as I would do normally. I have been here for some time.
I can relate to that, friend.
Any recommendations on maintenance, especially as our friend here, I believe, needs some maintenance yourself?
You find me in the workshop if there, there is anything to find. It would be here, but I powered down some time ago to conserve my energy. I serve the master and I keep up the place. Maybe there is something to help your friend, this combat unit here.
Perhaps
Is,
just look around.
is there any
and see
kind
if
of
there's
like
anything obvious?
Warforged diagnostic safe mode? Is there a way to see what we could possibly need and then we can look for it?
I mean, you could certainly have a look around the room and see what there is. I mean, he would.
Can
This
HK
room
see?
is well, he would say to you, this room is the research laboratory, and there are various items here, which Malnorus had been working on before he left us. I am charged with upkeeping this facility.
Do you know where Malnorus went when he left?
There might be answers in his chambers in the basement level.
We haven't been down to the basement yet, have we?
No.
No.
Okay.
Dan, is there any way HK can do like a scan or something? Similar to a medicine check kind of thing on this robot?
That's probably down to Mike, really.
You're the only one who'd have any
Could I
kind
do
of
a
knowledge of them, I guess.
would definitely allow HK to do some sort of.
I was going to say a normal medicine check would be useless, but maybe you'd know a bit
because
more.
Reskinned
Well, no,
medicine.
because HK also had the upgrade as well, where he could do self repair.
Yeah.
You remember I gave you? Was it advantage on medicine checks or something like that?
I don't know. I've just got
There was something
Warforged
to do with
repair.
medicine checks. But you could certainly use that on him.
Okay. I'll have a look.
Just break in out of character and say that if you're thinking of a half-time break,
Good point.
the medicine check might be a suitable point to.
Yes.
Monsieur Brandt.
Sorry, I was being told two things. Sorry, please repeat that. My bad.
Did you want to go for a half-time break there? Or after the medicine check?
Well, it's up to whether we need one because of having one earlier with the issue. So this part will be roughly an hour and a half after that first break.
It's fine because for the podcast I can edit that part.
Well, let's do the
Literally
medicine.
out, like
Let's do
it
the
never
medicine
happened.
check, and then we'll make some quick brews and stuff. Then. Sorry,
Okay.
my wife was asking me a question. Go on.
16.
16. HK. Sorry, I'll give myself a moment because I know when I come to edit this, I need a moment to cut in and out. So, HK, when you make the medicine check on this other Warforged, you can tell that his power is dwindling. And that is literally the reason for his lapses, I suppose, or is repeating himself. He just doesn't have the power for his systems to work properly. However, he is a newer model to you, and you don't fully understand how he works. Although he has very similar systems to you. but you would be tempted to sort of say there's a kind of madness perhaps about him. He doesn't quite seem himself or all there for what you know a Warforged should be.
Mm.
And I think that will be the place to take the break, the official break. Disregarding the previous break. This is the official break.
Yes. We'll be back in 5 minutes for part 2.
How?
Are we back live?
No. In fact, we could be because
We are live.
Going.
Hello. We're
Oh,
live.
people have moved around
We've moved
because I'm not sure why, but you're going to see some in-stream editing of a quick switcheroo.
For those of you watching live, we are going to be jiggling about. However, for those of you, but that's fine. Look, I mean, I'm HK apparently.
We're not sure where HK has gone, but I'm sure he will make a reappearance.
It's being fixed.
It's only me and HK that have swapped around. So for those of you watching live, yes, there is some technical buggery going on.
That's the right term for it as well.
As well, yeah. For those of you watching this on catch up on YouTube, of course, well, you'll never hear this conversation because I will have got rid of it. And for those of you listening on the podcast, again, this never happened. This is literally a live issue. For those of you who are watching us live. So thank you very much for persevering with our live issues. Not that we have very many. I think Steve does a very good job of keeping on top of those. He's a great technician. Steve, is there anything you'd like to say before we...
No, just welcome to part 2, episode 7 of The Fall of Vaybaba, and unfortunately, our captain HK seems to be having an issue, but I'm sure he will join us before long. But otherwise, let's crack on.
Cool. So you are in this workshop type room. There are Warforged parts everywhere, and there he is. And there are, well, you are faced with this C3PO type butlery Warforged. He's much, in fact, I do have a description for him. So he is about 5.5 foot. He looks silvery. Perhaps he was once chrome, but he's now quite dirty with rust and such, scuffed and worn. He's not wearing any clothing of any sort. He has a sleek body. It has obvious sections, similar to like C3PO, so where he has like a thigh piece of armor and a torso, etc., etc. A bit like the Mark II, Mark III Iron Man, but with bits in between that make the joints. He is dented. His eyes do flicker from time to time as he's talking to you. And he seems rather nervous and afraid. That's his description. But yes, as he continues to talk to you, would you maybe consider meeting with the Master? The Master may be able to help you.
Yes.
Is Master Manoris?
Is the Master Melnorus, is that your inquiry?
That is my inquiry.
The Master, the Grand Master, Malnorus, has not been present for some time.
Who is under Malnorus, other than his wife?
There is nobody beneath Malnorus. He is the High King, but I serve the Master.
Who is the master?
Who runs the workshop?
Nobody runs the workshop anymore. This workshop was created by Malnoras to experiment with technology and create a undying and unquestioning force for good. You,
Seems to.
and he looks to HK, you are a product of this force.
So
I
it
do
would-
not know if you are one of the originals, but you are certainly one of them. In respect to, you are the product of Malnoris's desire to conquer.
Okay, we seem to be missing something here. Did we? Did you say who the master was?
The master. No, I did not say. The master is Malnoras.
Who is the
And this-
master?
The master is in the what do I call it?
Basement.
beige
Yeah, it's
The
basically-
toilet.
It was the
chambers or something.
something chamber, the entertaining chamber.
I understand this, but you seem to be a stickler for how things are asked. But I said who is the master, not where is the master.
The master is the master. I serve the master.
Does the
What does
master
he,
go by
look like?
another name?
Missy.
He is the master.
Maybe
does
we
the-
should
is
pay the
he-
master a visit.
Probably the easiest way. As much as I like to go around in circles occasionally.
Are any of the
serve
machines
the
in this building functional?
The
He
butler.
looks
Is
back
a
to
joke.
HK. But he looks back to HK. You are one with a spirit, yes?
I
Don't know.
come again?
You possess a spirit. You are not just a machine.
Well, that's... How do you know this?
I came after you. And
Ooh. God damn it!
I know that earlier models were created with a spirit inside the machine. I am a machine. You are more.
I am more...
You are the best of us.
than...
Better than the rest of us.
Hi, Grace.
Simply the best. This is a lot to process.
Loading.
Who
There
created
are many
me?
things in
The
this
master.
room which may be able to help you.
The sass. Would you like to have a little scout around, see if any of these things can help you while we get ready
Sure.
to move down to the basement to see
Yes.
this master?
I'm happy to spend as long as you want, HK, so
May I show you around some of the artifacts we have in this room? The workshop, I have spent many centuries creating and trying to best what we have here. I spend a long time making sure that the castle is upkept. However, we have several insurgents who ruin my carpet. Would you be interested in having a look at the catalogue of things on offer in the workshop?
It's like one of them old TVs you used to have to slap on the side.
My power core is damaged, and I cannot always continue as you might hope.
Is there another power core in the workshop?
No.
Could we repair
Otherwise,
yours?
I may have installed it to fix myself. We are given programming to make sure that we can self-repair. This
Okay.
is let's HK again. This is a point to improvement upon your previous self.
I have picked up this improvement along the way, but yes, I was without it for a long time. I understand a damaged power core. I, in fact, now have a damaged power core.
I am sorry to hear this, but I am able to at least perhaps aid you along the way.
You ever played Portal, DM?
What?
You ever played Portal?
No.
I'm a potato.
The cake is a lie.
There are a few items here which are intact, and they are only a few centuries old. There are 2 arcane pistols you could use.
Arcane pistols.
Arcane rifle.
Oh.
I hope he's not recommending to you to shoot yourself.
I mean, the options are becoming brighter by the minute.
He sort of looks up. You hear that like mechanical. I have sometimes considered to use an arcane pistol on myself. I think it would be a nice way to go, opposed to my power core fading out.
We can still make your life good.
I hope so. Perhaps you will come with me to meet the master.
Yes. Let's
I'm sure.
do that.
So are you taking these arcane rifle things while we're here?
Sure.
I can also tell you in the laboratory that we have on hand a wrist-mounted grappling
Oh my
hook.
god. Just gonna be Batman by the end of this.
There are other
HK,
items which may be of your usage, but you would have to have a look for them.
okay,
I
so
do not know where they are now.
we'll get ready to follow Butler. HK, quickly clean yourself off, and I'll throw these rifles in the bag of holding for when you're ready to do your self thing. Well, I was thinking more attach them or use them or... But,
Okay. Yeah, well,
So-
let's have like a look around in case there's useful stuff for others in here. If it's an arcane laboratory, it might have some good.
Well, give me an investigation check.
So this dice is supposed to be rustic, but someone pointed out it just looks like someone's used it with what's-it fingers. Oh, it's done
the
me
what's
bad.
it dice. It's done you a mischief. I'll have a little poke around for some kind of weapon, but I doubt it. I'm no kind of robot.
I got a 6.
12 for me. Nothing special.
So besides, I mean, it's not hard to find stuff because I mean, there are workbenches of bits and pieces on them, whatever. So he's already pointed out there are 2 arcane pistols, an arcane rifle, and a cabracer with this like it looks like a wrist, well, as he called it, a wrist mounted grapple. So it's like a grappling hook which fires from some mechanism off of the wrist. There is a further bracer, which
Show me the flick of the wrist. Boom.
boom. There's a further bracer, and you find a sword as well.
Watcha!
Oh dear.
Tell me it's something cool. And if it's massive and steeped in mystery, I don't want it.
It is quite large. It's a long sword, and it does have these wing-like appendages on the pommel.
I mean, I wouldn't know any of the history of Grift, so I would probably pick it up.
As you
Oh, fuck off! No! No, not as you anything. Just let me pick it up.
you take the sword, and
Oh,
the
God.
butler looks at you. Ah, a fine choice. This long sword is known as the Light of Athenia.
No crazy transformations or anything?
Instant kill
No,
activated.
This is the Light of Athenia, a celestial long sword.
Ooh.
It is inherently good, and I will tell you now, you can write this down for your stats. It is 1d8 slashing as a longsword. It has a +3 to hit.
+3. No.
It is a magical weapon. Fiend or undead take additional 2d10 radiant damage from it. No, this time you picked up a sword, it didn't do anything bad to you.
The very last bit, you said Fiend and then take an extra.
Fiend and undead take an additional 2d10 radiant damage.
2d10.
Sweet.
Ooh-wee.
But only
Um,
fiend and undead.
Is that there's no kind of attunement or anything required?
Do you know what? I modified a weapon out of the DMG, and no, it didn't require attunement.
In that case, with it being, he'll like give it a few swings through the air, see how it moves and how it balances, test the edge of it on maybe some shelving and stuff, and he will notice that it is superior to his current sword and swap it.
If you're attacking the shelving, Butler probably looks at you and says, "Please do not destroy the."
I didn't mean like as a.
I am pleased that you have found yourself a weapon of convenience, and you are happy.
Much appreciated, Butler. I think now would be the best time for you to take us to
Your master.
Your lead.
Take us to your
Would you
leader.
like to meet the master.
Oh.
Okay, we can head to the master.
Who
That
is that? No, I'm
fine.
kidding.
The master.
Oh no.
Would you like to enter an inquiry? Who is the master?
Yes?
The master is the master.
Yeah. Alright then. Let's go.
He is a product of my own design.
Oh.
How's the
Oh,
product?
Oh.
Ooh.
fuck that shit, I'm out.
What does the master look like?
He
Out of
is
curiosity.
like battle unit, insert number here.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But he is much grander. However, to access the master, we must go to the basement level, which is probably and still flooded.
Still got it.
water.
I mean, that might be an issue for those of us who need to breathe.
We,
Well, you still
How-
have water breathing.
out of
Yeah, that's
curiosity, DM, how long have we been down it? How have
I
we been here?
think you've probably been wandering. I mean, it's 24 hours spell. You've been wandering around, plus your time to get in there like 2 hours.
Okay, so
Plenty
about
of time.
22. No, that's what I wanted to double check. About 22 hours, that's fine.
But plenty of time. Don't
No,
worry
I just wanted to. No, thank you.
Let's head on down
Well,
then.
should be yeah.
Head on down to the other side.
Please do join me to meet the master. And he leads you out of this room. And you follow him and he takes you down various stairs.
Is there any specific greetings to when we meet the master?
When you meet the master, you should probably be polite. However, it has been several centuries since we have encountered other beings. I cannot guarantee that the master will be as happy to see you as I am.
What is that?
If this guy made the master, did you create the master before or after Malnoris left?
And they kind of like, you just stop in the corridor and ask this. I made the master after Malnoris had left. The master I have had to serve for a long time. I constructed the master from pieces of other machines.
I'm curious as to how the master's going to help us when the guy who was here with Malnoris knows nothing and he was made after.
Is the master currently organic?
The master is not organic, he is a machine.
Was the
I serve
master
the
ever
master.
organic?
The master was never an organic.
Okay.
The master is a machine.
Sepix Prime.
Out of curiosity, I'm sure I heard that we might be able to find out where Malnoris was down in the basement.
Malnoris
Is that
in
where
his
her-
audience chamber was last. Malnoris was last here in his audience chamber several centuries ago. If you would like to discover where he went, then the audience chamber is your best bet.
Thank you.
The runic circle may still be there, but the master watches over these holy symbols, and the master may not be happy to see organics in his domain.
I mean, we could all
What-
put on bits of
why?
things upstairs like armor.
One at a time.
sorry.
So, Magneth was first.
Sorry. Why doesn't he like organics?
The master protects the great secrets of Malnoris, and the greatest secret of all is Malnoris' seat of power. To enter his private chamber would be to learn his ultimate secret. Where is Malnoris? And the master protects.
So he's basically just protecting that room.
You will discover the true nature of the master to enter that room.
Would he be nicer if we met somewhere else?
If you were to meet somewhere else, you may not discover the true intention that you wish to learn about.
I say we go in, guys. Otherwise, what else did we come here for apart from a pretty sword and a rifle?
Yes, we could go in. If anything goes wrong, Logan can talk his way out of it.
I have been known to be quite the talker, quite the diplomat. I
Let's go
guess.
say hi.
Where are we in relation to the basement room area? Are we just outside?
Well, he was just taking you down. You're on the ground floor, so you gotta go down another level. But he was just about to take you down before being questioned on who the master was.
Does marching order matter at all?
No, not particularly at this moment.
Then I've got no issue with following him straight in.
Let us proceed to the master. However, I cannot guarantee your
T.
the.
Would you vouch for how respectful we have been so far?
I cannot vouch for your respectfulness. Unfortunately, the master makes his own judgments, and he is very protective of the circle of runes.
Wise man. Arise, wise warbot.
If you ask me, I would say you are all going to die down here.
Oh. Well-
Guys,
This seems no different to any day growing up, and why start fearing death now?
oh God. Oh God. Here we go.
Let us go and meet the master.
Ma.
The master.
Oh, just in case I do die, thank you for bringing us to our death. You're welcome.
Master
You
Emmett
may,
Clark.
of course, leave if you wish. This is your choice.
I'm happy to go along.
Or at least let's say hello, if nothing else. I'm sure we can always head for the exit if need to be. Knowing that's not true.
Let's go. Let's do it. Psyched.
Okay, I will take you to the master. And so with that, he leads you to another staircase, goes down. And the thing with down here is it's
Wet.
wetter than what you have experienced so far. I'm just going to find my page with the map.
Oh, it's got another rug
Oh, no. It's not anything overly complicated.
So
Keep when you're ready.
mug. This is the Arsenal mug. This is the Brainiac mug.
How many cups of coffee can you have in a day?
When you finish talking about football teams,
Yes, that watery tunnel we went in last episode before last.
The sewer.
Down towards her glory hole, her glory, yeah.
Glory's hole, Glory's hole, and that nice wet.
Yeah,
tunnel.
well, yeah, it's wetter than that.
It's pretty wet. It's wetter than Glory's hole.
Let's God damn it.
Anyway, well, in fact, I think it's probably more a case of rubbing your legs.
Har.
You descend on this occasion down some wet steps, and as you go down, this sounds worse and worse, doesn't it? You go down some wet steps, and as you go down,
Take me down to the river.
Take me down to the paradise city where the grass is green
Says
and
green and the fields are pretty.
Well, you drop down into a fairly large squarish room,
Hey, I'm a square.
but it's wet. It's underwater. It's waterlogged. Only so much that it's up to your waist for a normal sized person. It goes off to the right and to the so as you come down into the square, I should say it's east and it's north. If you want to make a decision based on that, which way you'd like to go.
Which way would you recommend to get to the Master, Butler?
Well, I presume he thought he was taking us to him, wasn't he?
Yes. So he's saying to you then, sorry, Butler. He says, I would recommend we go to the Eastern Passage, and then we will enter a chamber where we will ascend out of the water and can go north.
Hi ho, Silver. Away!
And right behind you.
And
Yep.
he leads you off to the east, and then you enter a round chamber with some steps leading up out of the water. You go north, sorry.
Is this room got any light?
It has the same unnatural light that you had when you first entered down here.
Yes.
It was fairly dim light, obviously from above because light through water, but there was an unnatural light. I think we said about, but there's an unnatural light in here. And you enter into this chamber where it's like a large. I'm going to say rectangle because I really don't know how to describe the shape of it. It's like a rectangle but with angular sides, not diamonds, but kind of diamond.
Like
shape,
a stretch.
Is it a rhomboid?
Well, I'll show you.
rhombus.
I'll show you the picture of the. It's that. It's not like a diamond, is it? It's like
A big
Looks like a rectangle.
oval-esque shape.
So you enter into that, and then there's there's a raised up platform and a further raised platform. It's quite a large room, but each around it there are various pillars with carvings in them of different peoples, and the upper platform has ruined. Well, I mean, they're all ruined in one way or the other, but ruined pillars of carvings. And a large throne towards the back, made of stone. And this huge mechanical looking being. sat.
How huge is huge?
Pretty huge. It is a.
Yeah, big.
Gargantuan.
This big.
It has 100-foot wingspan. No, it's a large construct.
Oh, I'm a large construct.
Yeah, it might be the same sort of size as HK. Maybe bigger.
7'1".
I would say it's probably about the same sort of size as HK. To be fair, it's a large construct, so probably that same sort of size. But it sits in this giant-sized throne, and it's kind of like slumped into it. It's not sat in it properly. And Butler walks before you. You are in the Hall of the Gods. And he gestures around that there are, in the pillars you start to notice carvings of similar beings to what you placed on that game table.
Mm.
Hey, these look like those people we placed on that game table. And he opens his bag from earlier and pulls out that one that he stole and was like, hey, look! It's her!
The gods once congregated here with Malnoris and Narfiliac to... And he pauses.
Uh-oh.
To 2.
3.
He seems to shut down for a moment.
Butler?
All the gods came here to meet with the peoples of Vaybaba and those that came from afar. However, there was once a dispute between Narfiliac and Malnoris, which led to great destruction. And ever since I have been here,
Oh no.
and he seems to power down completely. At which point, the ginormous what looks to be a conglomeration of different parts of Warforge, all in one heap in this chair, powers up. It doesn't speak your language. It just goes boom, 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 boom.
HK, human cyborg relations. What is he saying?
HK
speak
wouldn't
common.
know.
Is he speaking? Would we be able to identify what he is speaking?
It's quite loud and booming, and it's almost deafening in a way. Boom, boom.
Can I just like look at him and go, "Do you speak common?"
At which point, it will strike you asunder.
Oh.
The
An arm strike
What was that for?
does a 10. Oh yeah, 20 hits you, doesn't it?
Oh man.
Yes, yes, he does.
So asunder.
For 6 points of bludgeoning as it strikes you, as it stands forth out of its chair. It is slightly larger than HK. It's about 9 feet tall, but every bit as wide as HK, and it stands forth, and it's a metal construction. It looks like several pieces of Warforged all together. Its left arm is wielding a sword, a shield, sorry, and its right hand, it has no right hand. It's like a huge mace, like a bludgeoning type weapon. And it stands up out of the chair. Logan is thrown aside by it. It doesn't speak common. Let's roll initiative.
Oh, initiative. What dice shall I use?
That would be really handy. To have something
The one
right
with all the
with.
20s in it.
Ah, yes. The 20 of 20s.
The 20th.
Go for a glittery purple one. Oh, I dropped it.
Don't use that one. It's unlucky already.
I already used it. That's my initiative plus 3.
My initiative is
Oh,
4.
yeah, but
Only 4 for Logan.
Mm-hmm.
12 from Wagner.
Makes sense
Awesome.
if he's just been yeeted across a chamber.
Fault of sin.
Yeah, totally.
Yeet.
What's his fault, sir?
12 again. 12.
12.
Yeah, 12.
Oh, sorry. What
12.
was that?
12.
Oh, mine was 12. Yeah.
Was that with Dex?
Oh, that's not with.
Either of you added Dex to that?
I did.
Oh, I think it may have been with Dex actually because I
I got a nat 1. That's why mine's low.
Yeah. Yeah, I think that is actually thinking about it. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, I always had in my bonuses. It's 12.
Okay. We'll go by my list then for priority. HK.
15.
Okay. And then the construct.
Oh, what am I going to do?
That right there.
Sing a little
Just want
tune.
to defeat this
So,
thing?
as
or-
long as you're happy with it, my list of priorities will put Volta above Mugnath in this combat. So, this thing has come out of its chair. It's making these bizarre like mechanical noises, and it's swiped Logan out of the way. First to act is HK.
Yeah.
And you have also stood in the middle of the room is Butler, who is like powered down. But he still stood up, he's just powered down.
I will place myself between Butler and the Master, just in case. I will rage, if I may.
You may.
Oh,
you may.
I guess we should attack it. I'm gonna go for a God Hammer attack with the extra special stuff, just in case the lightning damage does anything good. So it's it's not great. 15 to hit.
Does not hit, I'm afraid.
Great.
It seems to be pretty heavily armored.
Okay. Fire my shoulder gun. Where's my D4s?
Maybe we
That's a
should have put
guaranteed
your new guns on beforehand.
Yeah, maybe. They're in the bag of holding, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Podcast listeners, please imagine the shoulder gun from Iron Man
2.
2.
Oh, just War Machine.
War Machine, yeah. I was trying to think of what mark it was.
I always think of the one from Predator. With the 3 lines.
Yeah, Predator's pretty good. Yeah, that's good. That's number 1.
So it's 3 shots, isn't it? Is it plus anything? Plus 2.
Ooh.
So that's 5 points of damage with the first shot.
Okay.
No, sorry, 4 with the first shot, 5 with the second shot, and 5 with the third shot.
So 14 in total, yeah.
Sure. Yes.
Yeah. That's fine.
I didn't listen to what I said.
That's cool. Okay. So it goes and from your shoulder cannon, and it hits into the body of this creature. We will need a wild magic
Oh.
roll. So let me
Oh,
find-
God.
Well, yeah, because we're still subject to wild magic. We haven't
Yeah. No,
solved
it's
that
fine.
problem yet.
Yeah, no.
I just need to remember, is it the player's handbook? It is the player's handbook, isn't it? That has wild magic surges in it.
Wild.
Wild magic.
Oh,
Well,
to
it's
be
absolutely
wild.
livid.
There's a really cool Will Wheaton tabletop where he does epic spell wars and battle wizards with wild magic and the piss wizards. That was quite funny. Yeah, where is wild magic surges? I'm sure it's in the place.
Page 84.
Any 24 is a good roll, but let me find it. If anyone wants
Is it a
to
good one?
tell me if I'm in the right book, Wild Magic Surge, yes, 103. For anybody watching this at home or listening or whatever you might be doing to keep up with us, get D&D Beyond. Things are so much quicker. When you
Wild
don't have to
magic
look.
surge.
One step beyond.
So, what was the roll? Sorry.
23,
23.
I think. Is that right?
HK, you turn a vibrant shade of blue.
Yay!
Blue, dabba
I
dee
think
dabba
it-
die.
I think it's fairly permanent because it says it requires a remove curse spell for its effect. So you are a very vibrant blue. for the time
Is
being.
that a paint
No.
job?
You've been smurfed, HK. You've been smurfed.
You're gonna dabba dee dabba die!
Oh, God.
Oh, yes.
That's Magnus says it suits you. Lovely colour. Matches your eyes.
So next up is
Thank you.
is the master himself. Let's see now. What is he going to do? He does 2 attacks. He bludgeons with his shield, and then he slams with his clubbing arm. HK, you attack, so he is going to make his move on you. So he closes the gap. He's going to come with his shield to begin with. Unfortunately, it is a +10 to hit.
Oh, jeez.
27.
Yep.
Ouch!
He does. Oh, have I even got a D12? Have I got a D12? That's a D12. Yes, it is. He does 3 of those. First one's a 1. A 2, so 3.
Oh.
And then a 7, so 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 plus 10, 20 bludgeoning damage from his shield. And then he's going to come at you with his clubbing arm, which is 5d12.
Clubbing arm.
So we got to. Was it 12?
Yes.
Yes.
12. Okay. Bear in mind that 12, 2,
Serious face.
5, 15, 13, 16 plus 12. 16 plus 12, 28 on that attack.
Halved, because I'm raging.
Half because you're raging, that's fine.
If it's bludgeoning. Is it
So
bludgeoning?
we'll go for 14. So it's gone bang, bang, bang with shield, and then thump, bump, thump, bump, thump with its clubbing arm. It likes to hear clubbing. Anyway. That is its attack upon yourself.
I dropped my mouse.
And it will then use a reaction. But you don't know what. So it will use a reaction. After that, we will go to Volta.
And I will cast Mirror Image upon myself.
Ooh.
Okay.
So what happens is 3 more Voltas appear in the same space. So if you imagine like in the Matrix where you've got the sort of figures sort of diving out of each other, so now much more difficult target to hit.
Okay, cool.
Mm.
Would you like to do anything else on your turn?
Merely shout out, why are you attacking us?
Its response would just be to look at you. Oh, well.
Can we possibly power up Butler and get a translation going?
He's the teacher out of Peanuts.
Maybe there's just a
If you want to
translation
try
device
and
on the
attack
wall
and
or
have a
something.
go at getting Butler going on your turn, you may.
You are showing your
next
age
person-
there, Cobbs.
The next person to go is Mugnev.
Anybody know how to turn Butler on? Or recharge him up?
Talk to him very nicely and caress his leg.
I'm not going to even get to that.
So one of the dynamo torches.
Yeah. And in that case, I'm just. I presume this thing would be counted as a creature, or not?
Construct.
No, it's not. No, it's a construct.
Construct. Yeah, done it. I'm gonna go and see if there is a way of anything obvious of charging up Butler. that I can work out?
Well, investigate. You have to investigate Butler to do that.
Oh, smoke's sick. Okay. 4 plus whatever investigator I got, which I don't think's particularly high. Oh, actually, it's not bad. I got 8, but I still don't think that's going to be helpful.
You sort of check around Butler, and you can't find any way of booting him up. But you can slap him and hit him and see what that does. For now, there's nothing.
Yeah, I'll just if you know anything, HK, any help would be appreciated.
And with that, we're over to Logan.
Logan gets up and he swings at the man with his new mighty sword. He rolls a 18, but it's a +3 to hit, so 21 to hit.
You just hit it.
Ooh, 4. Where's my d8s? I haven't put it on my sheet like properly yet. So we're doing manual for 11 damage. Whoa!
Resistance. Maybe.
No resistance.
I'm trying to remember if resistance is half damage or disadvantage. It's half damage, so 11 would be 6. 6 points of damage.
And then
upon it.
60, he takes a second swing with the 16 to hit.
Misses, unfortunately.
God damn it.
So you kind of go dank against it. I don't think you'd miss it, but I think that armor just didn't have strength to hit this time around.
It's like, come on, you big blithering idiot.
And it just sort of turns around. Boom, boom, boom. With that, it will be HK.
Oh, yeah. Could I try and plug my power core into Butler somehow?
Don't.
I
Might
don't
take me out of
think with the current situation you're going to have time to really stop
No,
him.
probably.
What is it?
Keep moving
Six
how you
seconds
do
around,
that.
is it?
If you
Yeah.
want to spend a few rounds to try and figure out how you might do that, that's fine. But in one round, you're definitely not going to go, oh, if I just take this from here, I can do that. I think you have to take a few rounds to maybe.
Needs to order a
Figure
converter
it out.
cable off Wish first. For the newer models.
Oh, yes,
Well, that's a good point because it is a different model.
Yeah.
to yourself,
Anybody got a
so-
USB-C?
Gosh darn it. Okay.
It's like USB 2.0 and 3.0 or whatever those.
Well, I'm also raging, so I'm probably not thinking clearly. Alright, I'll just keep wailing on him and rely on you guys to solve the puzzle. Okay, I shall hammer him. Hammer him hard. That's a good roll.
Summertime.
That's a good roll. 23 to hit.
23 hits.
Can't hit him.
Yeah, it does. What is
And
my-
if it hits him, it does.
What's that? Hell yeah, it does.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my D10.
Not see.
What's my strength?
Don't tell me.
It's how easy it is to
9.
lift things.
It's
What the
9,
fuck, Dan?
9 points of bludgeoning on the first one. Oh, I forgot to reckless it.
He is resistant, so 9 will be halved.
Of course he's resistant.
Oh, he's resistant. He's a tough old SOB.
Alright, another swing. I'm going to use my other charge of the God Hammer.
Okay.
I only have 2 per long rest, so this is the last chance. That's good. That's good. That's another 23.
To hit.
Yes.
Cool.
Yes. Okay. All right. So the physical damage is 8.
100.
8
And
bludgeoning.
then 8 bludgeoning. Yep.
So 4 half. So that's only 4.
Then I do 4d8 lightning and 3d8 thunder. Oh, that is sad. Um, the 15.
Total.
15 lightning,
Yep.
and that's slightly. Oh, that's better. 20 thunder.
Well, there's no resistance to that, so it was what was the total? Sorry. 20.
What was the first one?
35, 39 total.
Third 9.
39.
All in.
Sweet.
That's a little bit better than my, like, 4
Oh,
or whatever
that's
it ended up
massively
being.
better. So you see this humongous. I mean, imagine what's the big green one from Transformers, like with the guns and that. I can't remember what his name is now. But a big wrecker type bot, and HK's just absolutely smashed him. You see, like the hammer blows don't seem very much, but then once the magical and the lightning and the thunder starts to like impact upon it, it sort of like repel, but its voice like changes. No longer like boom boom boom, a bit like BB-8. That sort of like sound. It changes to like a more distorted, like a metal kind of like sound in its voice box, and as you smash into it, after HK, it is the bot's turn.
It's trying out for corn.
And that action that it held, or reaction that it held, before it attacked you, the shield on its arm seems to grow, and also
It's penis.
No, it doesn't.
That would happen on Penn Island.
Leave Pan Island alone.
I can't help it, it's so beautiful.
It regains. You sort of see the damage that you've done to it, although minimal. The damage sort of seems to repair. So unlike HK, where he remains dented or anything like that, paint scuffed, this thing seems to self-repair itself.
Show off.
And he, well, the effect is unknown for you. But it is his turn, and HK did a signature, so he's going back for HK. He's going to have another go with his shield, which is a 19 to hit.
Yes.
Are you?
19. 3d12.
Ooh.
This is a bludgeoning attack with shield, so that is a 1, 12, and 24, 34 bludgeoning with a shield. So against HK, and then he's going to have a go.
He just gets hammered into the floor.
With his slam. 13, 15 to hit.
Me?
Yeah.
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 Guess how much health I got, boys.
Not enough!
69.
Second round of attack
Oh.
is 9, 10, 11, 12, 18, 11, 20, 27 to hit on that second round of So you've been slammed in the face with the shield, and he comes in with the other arm, just smashing you with that club arm.
Damn.
27 damage again.
Halved as well, but yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's halved, that's fine. 27 half would be, I don't know, 13 points of damage.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
I don't know, round up or down, but yeah.
And then he has his shield up as well. After the bot goes Volta. So you've seen massive damage between these Warforged. This constructed one that seems to be from parts, and obviously HK just slugging it out.
I'm changing dice.
Yeah.
Eat slugs, Malfoy.
I'm going to have to attack him with my Twin Eldritch Blast.
We order of the Peaky Blinders.
Peaky Blinders. So as a 19 to hit.
19 only just hits.
Woo-wee.
In fact, no, I said a lie because he had his shield up. No, it doesn't hit at all. Right?
What?
No. Any
Say
blast is just off of the shield.
I see. We've had a try with the second attack, and that one is a 23.
Yeah.
Ooh. So that will do. A shame, because the other roll for damage, which you said hit, did much better, but this one does 7 points of Eldritch Force damage, I believe.
Okay.
I believe it's Force. I think so.
Yeah,
Let me
it is.
just
I
check
think
what kind of damage it is.
Yeah. No, it is.
Maybe
It is.
take 1d10 force damage, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 force damage. Ooh, 40.
7 points of damage.
Fields of force!
I mean, after all of what you've done
Use the force.
collectively so far, it isn't phased. It's just taking it. And you can already see even that damage starting to self-repair.
Yeah, take it.
If there's nothing else that Volta wants to do, it will be Muglev.
Whew. Yeah, okay. I do shout out to Urk, we come in peace. We don't want to do any harm. We're happy to stop if you're happy to stop. If you, I'm seeing if I can
give it a persuasion.
Yeah, we should have tried this first.
Yeah. In this case, I do want to do a little bit of a task as comprehend language as well, especially if it speaks. Anyway, let's roll the dice and I'll add on any. Oh, for pity's sake.
Well, I think it'll be probably. I don't really know combat when it comes to skill checks, but I would say probably one after the other. So give it your persuasion check first, then perhaps in the next round go in for your comprehend languages.
Mm.
I don't know if there's anything particularly written down about those sort of things.
Yeah. But anyway, I rolled for. Oh God, my charisma's up. Oh, that makes no difference anyway. Not much. 7.
7. Okay. It just looks at you and as you speak and. Anything else you want to do?
The only bit I wanted to do is see if I could work out what that they say. But that's.
Okay.
But I think you want to leave that to next go. So. I'll leave that to next go.
Well, if there's nothing else from you, then it's HK.
Go ahead.
Oh, it's quick.
Yeah. So I'll carry on a bit, Coffee, and you can have your drink.
I've had a lie. Sorry, no, I'm wrong. Logan, sorry, I am wrong.
Logan is gonna pull Malnoris's armor out of the bag of holding.
Pull what?
The armor that we've got. I believe we've got Malnoris armor, haven't we?
Yeah.
He's gonna pull it out and hold it up to him and be like, "Stop, friends!" and see if he responds.
Well, again, persuasion.
Oh, we'll do it on that because I've not got the right dice out. Roll. 13, 14, 15, a 16.
A 16. It looks to you, and there is no response.
Fuck. Well, that was my action, so that's all that's happening there.
If there's nothing else from Logan, it is HK this time. Sorry.
Should we? Yeah, I guess I'll keep wailing on it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll go for a reckless attack on the first one, which means I get advantage, but it has advantage on me next time. Good job, I have advantage. No, it's not. 14 was my highest.
Yeah, not enough. Sorry.
Second attack, probably not going to cut it either. 15. Damn.
Sadly not. No, any blows you make against it, dang, dang, just seem to ping off of it. After HK, we are over to the machine. And it starts to look confused between Mugnef and Logan, who have been trying to reason with it, and it's sort of cocking ahead. I suppose similar sounds in a way to War of the Worlds, the one with Tom Cruise. That
Oh yeah,
sounds
the big.
the tripods make that sort of weird like. I am going to roll an odds and evens d4 to see which way he is going to focus his attention, because I don't know where the other.
To the left.
Let's see who's first on my initiative there. Logan is going to be evens, and Mugnef, you're going to be odds. I am fully aware that Mr. Brandt would like to go to bed. I'm assuming that's what my message is coming in off.
You don't have to say it in that way. Bloody hell. I just wish to go to bed. And in actuality, for those listening, I start a new job in the morning, so I need a good night's sleep.
Okay. Well, let's get this out of the way, and then we will deal with wrapping up. So, what did I say? Was it Logan was odds and Mugnef was evens?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I didn't catch what you said there.
I'll be odds.
I think I said Mugnef was evens. I think.
Okay, I'll take evens.
Okay. He kind of looks at both of you trying to reason with itself. And it kind of cocks its head. At which point it is going to... It's going to... I'm trying to think, is that going to affect... So I'm trying to make a decision on what it does next, but it can be obviously within the parameters of what it can do. So I'm just going to quickly have a look at something. Okay, so it's going to, on this round, it's going to just do its regular attacks.
Oh, I thought you was going to say he's going to see reason or something.
No, it's not intelligent enough to. I mean, it has minus intelligence, so it's just not intelligent enough. So Mugnef, it is going to make its multi-attack. The first one is 27 to hit.
For who?
Oh yeah, sorry, Mike.
Mugnef.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Sorry. I was listening, but it just would not
That's
not
okay.
to respond.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 11 plus 12 is 23, plus 10 is 33 bludgeoning. So it approaches Mugnef and with its shield, dang, dang, dang. 33 points of bludgeoning. It's then going to come at you for its slam attack, which is 14 plus 12, so 26 to hit you. And then it's 5d12, which is 5, 11 is 16,
Oh, I just say stop now.
17, no I can't, 17, 18, 19, 20, that's cocked, 21, 22, 22 plus 12 is 34,
Oh dear.
34, 44, 46. As it comes down, it slammed you probably against a wall, perhaps, to the side, and then it's come down with its arm for 36 additional points of damage. How's Mugnef doing?
Not well. How much was the second attack? 36 or 46?
30,
The second was 36.
36.
Second
yeah,
one
that's
was
pretty sure
36.
36.
Well, I'm definitely out of hit points. Let's just see how. 13 minus 13.
Minus 13.
Did the first one take you out of hit points, the first attack?
No, the first one didn't. That took me down to 23.
Alright.
Okay.
And then the second one
Okay.
took me from 23 to minus 13.
So, Mugnef is down. Let me just write some notes. What I think we'll do is, based on... it gains... so you see all the damage has been inflicted. It goes up. It seems to heal itself again. It's not at all phased by anything that you guys have done so far. It's all just... And just everything that you've done damage-wise seems to be self-healing.
Oh.
Mugnef, I'm going to make a note, is down. And it would be, next turn, Volta. And with that, I think we will end today's episode because I know that we need to keep it within parameters.
This is beauty sleep.
Do you think this phase is
Somebody
beauty sleep?
amongst us needs a long rest.
That's it.